Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Jason here. Today we're going to have a recap of AMC, what AMC CEO Aron just said live on an interview. If you could, make sure you guys smack the like button down below. Not to help out the channel in this video. It also helps out new people learn about AMC. And if you guys aren't a sub, make sure you guys click down there and hit the sub button, hit that little bell notification, and let's get right into it. If you're wondering what I'm using here, I am using Webull. There's a link down in the description. Click on that link, sign up, put $100 in, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800 in a day. That's free money. Why not try it out? Also get the tier 2 NASDAQ views for 3 months. Today was another roller coaster ride, kind of like yesterday. We had this up and then down and then, kind of straightened out after that, went back up going into aftermarket hours. We did end today in a good note, though, a positive 5.77%. And in the aftermarket hours, we're up another 1.5%. So honestly, overall, pretty good day. Now, just like yesterday, we do have some not so good volume numbers during the first part of the day right here. But again, there's only certain apps that are available to trade like Webull, like we're using right here. But you can tell kind of right here when like other apps start trading like Robinhood and others, you can start seeing right here, you get more and more and more volume. We did start today, though, going in to the market hours right around $9. We shot all the way up to $9.81. We had a really good gain going into the day. After that, we did shoot down, though, all the way down to $9.02. But we did, again, recover in this little V-shaped bowl right here, all the way up to $9.35 ending. And then right now, currently, we're at $9.49 in aftermarket hours. You see right here. Again, this is like Webull and stuff like that you can trade usually like 4 hours aftermarket. You can kind of see right here where that cutoff is for like Robinhood and others that can't trade after these hours. So you can see that here, and you can also see at the front over here as well. You can see that yesterday, pretty much plain as day. And we can bring this out onto the 5-day. You can kind of see what this happened yesterday as well. We had this down period, then shot straight up. We kind of had this today, not as big of a down period, then shot straight up as well. And if you do bring this back out to like a 1-month chart and break this out into like a 2-hour, you kind of got this little cup and handle right here forming. Maybe we'll break out. Maybe we have a good breakout day tomorrow. We can continue upward and maybe get to over 10, maybe 1050 tomorrow. That'd be great. Now, I did want to bring up options real quick. As everybody knows, options have been very, very bullish this week. At the $10 options right now, they're still very, very cheap, and you have a lot of people buying into these because they're very cheap. You get them for 17, 17 cents right there. I think a whole contract, you can get a whole, you can buy a whole quantity of 10, which is 1,000 shares for $180 pretty much. Again, you are taking a bet that's going to hit that, but still not that bad of a deal, I guess. The $10 mark right here, we have 57,384 options that would be in the green. At 9.5, we have 17,000, almost 18,000 right there. At 10.5, we had 17,436. At 11, we got 40,492. $12, we have 24,697. At $13, we got 16,455. 14, we got 11,623. And at $15, we got almost 35,000 right here. And if you go all the way back down here to 20 and 21, we're almost at 20,000 on 20,000 now. And we're at 17,590 at $21. So this week is definitely looking, again, still looking very bullish in options. Again, I don't know where we're going to get to, but it'd be awesome, to break above this $12 mark in the next 2 days, or at least get over this $11 mark. You know what I mean? But we'd also have another, what is this right here? Almost another 30,000 options in the green right here. But if we can break above $11, which is very attainable, right? It's only like a $1.65 move. I definitely think we can get all these options in the green going into next week. That'd be pretty nice. So hopefully we can do that. Now, I did want to go over the Ortex real quick, the Ortex numbers. We did have a change in the exchange for reported short interest. Previous was 49.31 million. Right now it's at 73.82 million. The estimated short interest number of free flow was at 19.22. Right now it's at 21.22, which is a change of 10.41%. Now, percent on free float was at 30.64%. Right now it's at 33.23%, which is a change of 8.45% from the last 7 days. Shares on loan, again, is at 138.74 million. 7 days ago, it was at 127.94 million. So all these numbers are in the positive going forward and going up. Days to cover is currently at 0.79. The previous 7 days was at 0.73. So about the same. It's at 8.74% change. Cost to borrow has went up as well to 3.19. The previous was 2.66, which is a change of 19.9%. So pretty much a 20% change there. And then utilization has went up again, up to 97.50, up from the 93.41 the previous 7 days. That's a change of 4.38%. So we are getting closer to that 100% utilization rate, which is good. And a lot of people look up to that number. All these data points are going up and forward. So that is a good mark for AMC. Now, I did want to go over our meme of the day right here. It says every time I hit equal on my calculator after multiplying my current shares of AMC by 10,000. You know, if we had 10,000, that's pretty much how I'm going to be right there. That's a good one, though, man. I love this meme. I've seen it a couple times. I was like, this is it, dude. This is it right here. If AMC hits 10K, it's pretty much going to be everybody right there. As you can see right here on the iBorrow desk numbers, right now, currently, there are 25,000 short shares available with a 9.1% fee, which is going up. Today, we have a little bit higher at 9.2%. Again, these numbers kind of fluctuate a little bit here and there. And earlier today, we were at 8.8%. So we are on that upward movement. We did have a little bit less shares earlier, too, short shares availability. But again, these numbers change in and out. As long as we're coming down in a slower, manner and having less and less shares, overall, it's a really good deal. Now, I did want to go over this real quick. AMC Entertainment is expected to announce quarterly sales of $153.03 million. We have the estimates out today. So I did want to go over those because, again, these are estimates. At the end of the day, they are estimates. But it's good to have an idea of where AMC could be. And maybe they can beat these numbers. And that would be good for overall. So we're listening to these announcements from AMC. If we see these numbers get beat, it'd be really good for AMC. Equities analysts forecast AMC's Entertainment will report $153.03 million in sales for the quarter. 3 analysts have provided estimates for AMC's earnings, with the highest sales estimate coming in at $178.5 million. Now, we all hope this is the number right here. If this number is better than this 153 and it is 170 area, we should expect AMC stock to go up in a pretty substantial little amount. And the lowest estimate coming in at 137.2. Obviously, you don't want this. No, boo that estimate. But hopefully, we see somewhere above the 153 and around the 178. Anything above 160 is really going to be really great. And if we get close to this 175 plus number, it's going to be really great. AMC Entertainment posted sales of $941.5 million during the same quarter last year, which suggests a negative year-over-year growth of 83.7%. The company is scheduled to issue its next earnings on Tuesday, June 8th, and I will be streaming that live on the channel here, so make sure you guys hit that sub button down there and hit that little bell notification. So again, they did this last quarter, year-over-year, they did hit $941.5 million, but you got to remember, guys, the theater industry has been shut down, so we shouldn't expect them to have $900 million again. $178 million in the middle of a pandemic would be nuts. And again, they're expecting $153 million. According to Zacks, analysts expect the AMC's Entertainment will report full year sales of $2.47 billion for the current year, with estimates ranging from $2.14 billion up to $2.81 billion. So let's hope, obviously this year they hit that $2.8 billion or maybe even beat that. But as long as they beat this $2.47 billion, we're going to be good. We'll be setting in the green. For the next fiscal year, analysts anticipate that the company will report sales of $5.2 billion. So that's coming up next year, right? So 2022, they're expecting $5.02 billion in sales, with estimates of $4.68 billion to $5.38 billion. So AMC last released its quarterly earnings results on Tuesday, March 9th. The company reported $3.15 earnings per share for the quarter, missing Thomas Reuters' consensus estimate of $2.80 by 35 cents. The company had revenue of $162.5 million during the quarter, compared to analyst estimates of $141 million. And that gives me hope that with things opened up and stuff, they had $162 million last time. They're expecting $153 this time million. I think we're going to beat that number. I'm hoping we hit that, maybe even $180 million. That'd be great. The company's revenue was down 88.8% compared to the same quarter last year. Again, pandemic. There's nothing new there. And then they go over, obviously, the sell and news and sell ratings right here, because this guy right here gave AMC a dollar rating, which is crazy. We did have the good guy, man, from B. Riley's right here giving a $13 rating, which is good, right? So a $13 rating from a bigger up company like B. Riley's lets bigger investors come in and hopefully invest into AMC without worrying that they're overpaying for the stock. Now, again, you do have this guy right here saying $1. We had that one guy on CNBC come in, and he's another analyst, right? And said he wouldn't pay 1 penny for it. But pretty much he was saying that, hey, look, this stock is, you give it to me for free. I'm not paying a penny. Again, that guy's, it's people like that. It's giving me a headache because it's just like, what is going on? How could you even think this is a penny? But hey, man, what do we know, right? These guys are getting paid bajillions of dollars to come up with these estimates. I feel like a monkey with a wrench should come up with that much. But that's what it is, man. And then right here, though, they do have the earnings history and estimates for AMC Entertainment. Obviously, this time around for Q1 2021, they're saying there's going to be a $1.15 loss, obviously. And then Q2 2021 is 76-cent loss. Q3 2021, 57-cent loss. And then Q4 2021 would be a 31-cent loss per share. And then 33 cents loss per share in Q1 2022. And then a 20-cent loss per share in Q2 2022. And then sometime next year, they're saying AMC will start turning profitable, probably in Q4 of next year, 2022, which is probably pretty reasonable. Unless we start seeing this ramp up even more, then maybe we'll see it maybe Q3. That'd be great, right? So hopefully we can continue to see these numbers beat these estimates. That will really help out AMC stock and get more and more people, especially these bigger investors like commercial investors, and even some of these suits or whatever, buying into AMC with confidence that they're not buying a $1 stock. We'll laugh at that part, but it's kind of hysterical, honestly. But going back over this again, I do want to go over this once as well. We did have the interview today with Aron, CEO. He came out and said that if these shares do get authorized, the 500 million shares, they would not be using any of these shares in this year, in this calendar year of 2021. So these shares would not be used. So a lot of people have been scared that the 500 million shares would dilute AMC this year. They have came out and said that it's not going to happen. So he came out today and honestly said this in an interview that the 500 million shares would not get used this year. This is probably in the news tomorrow. I'll go over this again tomorrow. They said they were going to publish this with news sites as well. So tomorrow, I'm guessing we'll see this in the news as well. And I'll go over this tomorrow in a video with those news articles. He said no shares will be diluted this year. They do have 40 million shares they could use this year that was voted on way back when, a few years back. And we've kind of seen those shares kind of get diluted last year and last September, got diluted some. And then in 2016, they diluted some of those shares into the market as well. Again, these dilutions aren't always a bad thing, right? If you go back to the 2016 when AMC bought Carmichael and they put shares into the market, the share price actually doubled then. So if you look at September when they put shares into the market, then the share price actually doubled then as well. So it's not always a bad thing to have shares come into the market. It helps these companies get out of debt, especially like AMC being very heavily in debt right now. So it's not always a bad thing. Dilution isn't always a bad thing, right? Sometimes it helps the company out a lot. With something like this, obviously, if they're only going to put 40 million, maybe 50 million shares into the market, and that right there is going to help them pay off a lot of debt, which they have a lot of debt of right now. Honestly, I don't see that being a bad for the company, and I don't see that being very bad for the stock. You might see a very short-term drop in price, maybe a little bit, but then those share prices get gobbled up. AMC pays off debt. That makes bigger investors come in and put money into AMC because they're confident in AMC at that point because they're not in debt anymore up to their necks. And honestly, that would probably push the price up of AMC. So honestly, if you haven't voted, obviously make your own decisions there. But they did say that the 500 million shares would not be used this year. And honestly, man, hey, I have no way to not believe them on that. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit the like button below. If you're not a sub, hit that sub button. Turn on that little bell notification. Also, if you're not a part of the Discord, there's a link down below. Join the Discord. Stay up to date with everybody else outside of the channel itself right here. Over 1,100 people in their Discord channel right now and growing. Also, there's a link down below for the Patreon if you guys want to be up to place before anybody else. Making some sweet money. Think about joining down there and hitting that Patreon link, joining Patreon. I will see you guys tomorrow for the live stream. I'll also see you guys later for more videos. Peace, fam.